Hey guys, welcome back to the CCLP5 submissions series thingy. This is level 100 for the Aether Foundation, and yeah, I guess let's go ahead and get started. So apologies about the minor delay of the videos. No real reason why. I think it was just a couple bad nights, and just plain and simple, the mood for recording just wasn't really there. So, oh, I meant to leave the dirt. Oops. There we go. Clear this. So this uses the walls of block parking prior to being in CCLP4 once again. At least I don't think so. I don't think this was... Yeah, this set was done well after... well before CCLP4 was finalized. Okay, so we're going to avoid that, and then we're going to go up through here. Okay, so this is the puzzle. If this puzzle wasn't in the level, I would have done this in the last episode, and I still kind of feel bad about that episode because I was intentionally making it a long episode with the intent of what's it called? Of finishing the Josh-CCLP 6 parts or section of the set, and just for to not go that way because of this level and another one. I think this is a little weird, but let's go ahead and get this out. At least put it right there. So I know where the blocks have to go. I just have to remember the order of doing them. So one goes right here, one goes right there, and the other one goes right there. Or no, two of them go right here. One of them goes right there, there, and there. Okay, that's how. Yeah, I'm really happy with this puzzle. It's one of those puzzles that just fit within the template, and it worked out really well. And I'm very proud of it. I'm happy I was able to use that space of this part of the level to its fullest potential, I think. Okay, so that will go up there. So we don't want that red key. That just lets you see ahead. This is just that simple. Now we collect both. Alright. Let me get this. Let me get this. And now we can move on. Okay, so... I don't think I made any changes to this level after JB's Let's Play. I don't think so. Okay, so we do this. This is just that simple. I like how this kind of works out too. Okay. So I hope this has been a very entertaining little thing I've been doing. I know it's probably not the most exciting considering it's just me playing my own levels, but it has to be done. Alright, and that is the Aether Foundation. Very fun level, I think. It's kind of in the middle of it. I think that puzzle on the left kind of really sells this, in my opinion, and it's been pretty well received by a lot of other people. So I don't know. I'd probably give this a 3 if I had to pick a number at the moment. Okay, Rock Bottom. So I know JB wasn't the biggest fan of this when he played this in Josh-CCLP5. There were like hints, like in some of these rooms, there were hints that were meant to be misleading, and come on. And that kind of threw him off, and I think that's what made him dislike the level at the end of it. Did I mess up? I think I did. That being said, I did make the change to just keep the hint in the last room, or the almost last room. So I guess remove that confusion, even though that was the intention of it in the first place. I'm not sure if you have to do that, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh, I used the yellow key right there when I didn't need to. I'm an idiot. Okay. Anyway, this uses the walls of Eddie Lynn's, I think it's called Imperial Elevator. Okay. Release this fireball after moving this block out of the way. There are 2 chips in the last room. Okay. So I think what I intended on this was to keep the fireball trapped down here, because if it goes back up, it will get stuck in that trap. But as I learned from the JB Let's Play with this level, you can actually just sneak back through pretty quick. And I was not successful in doing so. So there's that. I think all things considered, this isn't a bad level. I think there's better levels with this kind of concept done. And it's really not that difficult. I mean, I think levels like tiles and stuff, and virus alert and trading places, I think those are substantially better levels. JB's Room of Requirement and Walls of CCLP1 is also really, really good. Okay, I'm gonna try to be quick about this. There we go. So yeah, you can just do that. I intended on the block being used to keep it down here, but you can just outrun it pretty quick. And there's not much I can do about it, so I just kind of left it the way it was. Alright. Well, this is interesting. I know there's skates under this block. Oh wait, I have 2 chips left. Bummer. Did I miss it? I think I missed that 1 chip. Well, that is why I have used... That's why that's in the hint. Oh, I didn't mean to collect those. Alright, release that. Sorry I'm not really talking too much right now. I'm just kind of eager to get back to the next portion of the submissions, because those levels have not been played on camera before, at least as far as I'm aware. Okay. Oh, I missed that. Okay. So I even if I noticed that, I would have been screwed because I had 2 chips left entering this room. Or 3 chips left entering this room. And that is rock bottom. It's okay. I thought about removing it from my submissions after how JB perceived the level, but I still think it's okay. Like, I'm still pretty proud of it for what it's worth. I just think there's better levels with the concept out there. Alright, now we're past the Josh-CCLP5 stuff finally. We can move on to this portion of the set, which is not too long. I think it's only 6 levels long. And these are, like I said, levels that have never been played on camera before. And what these levels are from a fairly old collaboration attempt with Tyler of us remaking levels from some of our old sets. So Tyler remade some Josh-CCLP2 levels, and I remade some TS1 levels. Tyler remade way more than I did with his set because TS1 has its mediocre levels, but for the most part the quality of that set is still exceptionally better than Josh-CCLP2. So there wasn't too much I wanted to really remake, and the ones I did remake were already in CCLP3, so I couldn't really submit those. And the only one I remade that wasn't, I'm not too huge on, and I don't think Tyler submitted it in his own set. So aside the point, these levels were technically made by Tyler, and it's a little awkward because it's like I made the original level, but Tyler remade it. So he's the one who made this level, but it was originally my level, if that makes sense. So if one of these gets into CCLP5, it's probably going to be credited as the crediting is going to be a little weird, but I feel like it's going to be like Tyler Sontag adapted from Josh or something. That would probably be the author, and then whatever. Well, in this case, I don't think it would be the opposite with me, but if one of these gets into CCLP5, I think that's how the crediting is going to go. Anywho, this is Against the Block, and this was originally level 17 of Josh-CCLP2, and for the most part, it's fairly the same. It's even in the same corner as the original, which is pretty nice. The fun thing is how the blocks get cloned, which is interesting because the original did not have block cloner, the original didn't have a block cloner. It actually had all blocks instead. And this is just exactly what it looks like. It's a little bit of strategic block pushing. Some of it's easier than others. I'm not sure if I don't think that pop ball is even needed. I don't think so, actually. I don't think either of those two are really needed. But I know what I need to do. You have to set that block up first, and then set this one up right here. And do that. And then this ending, it was even retained as well. Oh, these are actually used. Okay. So I gotta go back and hit this. I probably wouldn't have retained that part of the level, honestly, but it's the thought that's appreciated. Or it's authentic, I guess, as Tyler would call it. Alright, that is Against the Block. Now on to Reverse Mode, which is another Josh-CCLP2 remade level. And it's almost basically the same. There's a couple of differences. All traps are initially open. So this is basically the same, but it has that classic Tyler twist with the pop-up wall. Yeah, but this was basically the gimmick of the original level, was you had to undo held down traps and then for one purpose, and you had to use blocks to recover them to escape. It's an interesting concept.
Bummer.
And that was just poor time. That was poor luck. It's not really a concept I see a lot of people really do, and maybe that's just because it's not as interesting of a concept as it can be. I think a lot of people might think it's more tedious and grunt work than interesting and fun. I kind of like how the red key's behind gravel, even though it doesn't need to be. Okay, so I know a fireball is down this hallway, and you can get caught by it, which kind of sucks. Oh. Yeah, the original reverse mode wasn't like this, but it was... Oh, I hope I can make this. Okay, good. But I think it had green locks and pop-up walls, which that's basically the same thing. And this is basically the same as well. All right. So these are already held down. It's kind of nice to show these off. As far as the ordinary levels go, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and one day, and I'll go back to remaking a couple of TS1 levels. But I mean, for the most part, I can't think of a way to really do so, and it's the reason why is because my design style is sort of similar to Tyler's, in that Tyler, it kind of inspired my style to begin with. So it's kind of hard to put my style on remaking a Tyler level when Tyler inspired my style to begin with. So that's kind of why I didn't really remake a lot of them, of his. But maybe, I mean, I feel like I've grown enough and can establish my own twist on some of the stuff that he's made in TS1. Alright, Victorian. This is another one of those. I think that chip messed it up. You have to keep that there. This is another one that he remade, and one I'm surprised he actually did. I didn't think this one was worth remaking. Wait for that glider. This one's kind of awkwardly laid out because it comes across as like a non-linear level, but it's kind of not. Interesting fact, this room serves no purpose. Oh yeah, Ordinary.dat has some of the best hints, and of course most of them are from Tyler, so that's to be expected. I love how that hallway was retained and just ice got thrown in to make it less obnoxious. Alright. So that just implies you have to partial post. Alright. So eventually those blobs will go through the teleport. So let's go see what... Oh. Okay, I think that's what holds that down. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I need fire boots. Oh, right. I go through there. And just... I kind of missed the way I designed in Josh-CCLP5. I mean, I know I can't exactly do that again, just because design has evolved in such a way. Okay, I think you gotta do that. It wouldn't make for very interesting levels. Okay, so you just kind of do this. I don't remember what this section used to be in the original Victorian. But this is kind of cool. Okay, so I think the last 12 chips are down by where the blobs used to be. So let's go back there. There we go. Okay, and then just get the other one, and we are home free. Interesting fact, this room serves no purpose. Alright, that's Victorian. It's okay. I mean... it's not that the remake is bad, I just think the original wasn't really worth much, and I don't know. I think the remake just makes it a little bit more interesting, but oh well. Alright, guidance for beginners. Yes, the famous guidance series that Josh-CCLP5 had, or was semi-known for. Alright. Okay. So yeah, there was a series of levels in Josh-CCLP5 that was like Guidance for Dummies, which was this full map, lengthy level that was around guiding teeth around in certain areas, and then there was Guidance for Beginners, and Guidance for Intermediates, and then Guidance for Experts, which I think Experts is the most memorable one of the four. I think Josh-CCLP5 had Guidance for Bosses or something, but that was like a very failed attempt at reviving a series that really didn't need reviving. Alright. The block to the right is covering fire. I don't know how the fire stays burning without oxygen. Amazing hint. Absolutely amazing hint. So this level is very much different than the original guidance for beginners. Okay.
Bummer.
Oh, right. Okay. I think of all these levels that Tyler did, I think this one might be my favorite. I think this one and another one here coming up. Where is the toggle button? There you are. Okay, so the point of this is to get this right here. This definitely was not in the original level, so now I can partial post on that block, which I think is sick. Okay, what do I do with this yellow key? Okay, that's held down. Now I think... yeah, I can't get out of that. Huh, I don't remember that part of the level. Either way. This, the original was also isolated in the bottom left corner, like against the block was, but this one actually got centered, which good, because centering levels is always a very satisfying thing to do. I didn't really say it much, but when building walls of CCLP3, that actually bothered me quite a lot to not center the levels. Mostly the ones that were in the corner. Okay. Oh. There we go. To stop that so you can actually collect this. I kind of wish the hint mentioned that there was a pop-up wall under the block, or just put a regular, like a real blue wall under it or something. But other than that, oh no. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, so I finally, after practically a month, I finally heard back about my my car. Turns out the car I got into the accident with is not repairable. The damage cost exceeded the value of the car, which in insurance terms that means or by car terms that means the car wasn't worth repairing because it was worth more than the actual car. So because of that, I will be receiving a pretty hefty amount of money from my insurance company, and I'll be using that on a used car that I plan on getting, and hopefully things go smoothly with that arrangement. Oh. And then I'll probably use some of it on like just basic human needs, like food and a little bit of anything and everything. All right, finally beat this. That's a fun level. I think that's among the best remade original Josh-CCLP5 levels that Tyler did, and it's really well done. All right, pole position. Here's the other one I kind of really like a lot as well. So to this day, I'm still a little sad that the original pole position that I made never got into a CCLP. I felt like the concept was original enough, and I am going to go ahead and push that. Now this one actually has a mechanism in place. That clones the blocks instead of cloning a single block. I understand. I can kind of understand why this didn't get into a CCLP. It probably comes across as more doing the same thing over again. You know, that it's the same thing 4 times meme. Okay, so if I wanted to, I can clone more. I can clone 2 more blocks to get the fire boots, and I can go to the hint. And I'm gonna do that because the original pole position had 8 blocks required. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it in spirit of the original pole position. Okay. There we go. No, this area is for fireballs only. Please just go to the exit. Okay, Mr. Hint. Alright, that is pole position done. And that is all the Ordinary.dat levels that I submitted. Now, that's not all the ones that Tyler made. The ones I didn't include in this, Tyler included in his submissions. So I do recommend checking those out if you haven't already. But without further ado, we're now on the Josh-CCLP5 stuff, which I might as well go ahead and start. So this is a little different than the one seen in Josh-CCLP7. You actually have to save keys for the ending now. And you have to save both those two. And that is Lockpicker. Fairly simple. It's a little tricky with that twist for the end, but I liked it enough to make it required. And let's be real. I mean, key levels, they can be easy or they can be hard, and I feel like this is a nice, easy one, but with a little bit of a difficulty twist to it. All right, School of Thought. I have yet to see how JB plays College of Thought, the quote-unquote sequel to this level in Trading Places. I don't really care for that level for what it's worth. I feel like I forced the level into a template, and that's, when it comes to walls of levels, that's not a good feeling to have. And that is School of Thought. Pretty easy level. The blocks you see from this point of view have recessed walls under them. Alright, so trick or trap. So very, very interesting fact. This Sokoban, like the way these blocks are arranged and in this room, is an exact copy-paste from a level I made called Trick Trap back in Josh-CCLP1. Like, it was one of the first levels I ever designed. And what led to this level was thinking, hey, what if I recycled a very old Sokoban that was otherwise super trivial and easy, and I tried to apply a twist to it? So I took this Sokoban and I threw recessed walls into it to see if it was possible, and sure enough, it's possible. Okay, I think that's how you do it. And I can't help but just love the fact that it works with recessed walls and actually makes it tricky. Oh, I completely forgot to get that. Here, let's just kill the fireball. There we go. That is trick or trap. So the level that Jeffrey made out of this in Trading Places is actually really cool. It's called Starborn Summit, and it's a really excellent level with a very nice concept. And I just realized the password is pinned, so that's kind of cool. All right, dip your hand in felony. Totally did not steal that title from Mika. So this level originally used a wall template from I think one of Ziggy's sets. And this is how those are the ones connected to that. Okay. And it's basically a variety level. It's not too hard. What was that? What was that, dude? That, my friends, is how to not play a Chips Challenge level. Okay, go through there. And go through there. Now the password on this one is ease. If only that S had a Z on it. Or if only that S was a Z instead. Okay, now this repugnant nonsense-esque block extraction. Oh, okay. Clearly I don't remember how to do that.
Bummer.
Oh. I am not in a level playing mood tonight, I guess. I'm messing up so much. There we go. I like how this works. It's pretty cool. I think the level Jeffrey made out of this wall pattern is pretty good as well. I think that definitely took a couple tries. Okay, so I think I changed this up slightly because there was a way to save pop-up walls, and I think there still is. I think you have to set this up, and then you do this. Yeah, I think that's what I missed. Also, I like the ball aesthetic right there. It's really cool. Okay, that's the one you get. All right. I like how Jeffrey used this room as well. Collect the remaining chips before pressing the brown button. And this is kind of where, I guess you could say, where you're dipping your hand in, because this is the felony room. All right, that is Dip Your Hand in Felony. It's a pretty fun level. I think I like what Jeffrey did slightly more, but this one's still pretty good too. We'll do one more. We'll do Prison Hall. Why not? Okay, so we'll blow that up. So we gotta set up a 3-block nail to get those 4 chips, which is done right here. go. And the trick here is to blow that bottom up last, so you can get the last 2 blocks. Oh, okay, well that's fine. That's not... A block would need to go there regardless. Okay. Get this, and then we can escape. Now there's a hint out here I'm going to go ahead and show off, because I don't think it's been shown off before. This ball might confuse you now, but its purpose will make sense later. I'm kind of hoping if this for whatever reason gets into CCLP5, I hope that hint gets retained and actually makes that hint useful for like, or to reference some other level in the future. I think it would be kind of neat, but I don't think this will get in. This is a fairly basic level. It has a little cute little twist, I guess you can say, and that's it. It's not hard at all. Why not? We'll do this one as well. This is a short level too. So this is what I made out of Split Path from CCLP4, and this was made prior to knowing Jeffrey was doing walls of CCLP4, because I saw him share some levels way back then, and I thought it was kind of cool that some of them were... I recognized some of them were using CCLP4 templates, and I just kind of thought he was just making random levels for like Ultimate Chip 7 or something. So I didn't really think anything of it. So I just I recognized that, and I was like, oh hey, you know, I'm going to... He's using some CCLP4 templates. Let me go ahead and use some too. And I kind of used some I didn't think he was going to use, so that's why I used Split Path and several others for Josh-CCL7, just to find out that he made walls of CCLP4. So I was like, oh, okay. That is Blue Key Chamber. This is what was used for Virus Alert that I alluded to earlier in Rock Bottom, which that's a very fun level. That's one I am going to be kind of rooting for CCLP5. This one's pretty good too. I like the way it flows with the concept and everything, but I feel like I should have used a bigger template, or just not even used a template in general for it. I think it would have been a little better, but I'm pretty happy that I was able to make it work in Split Path. Okay, and now we're going to stop for sure. So thanks for watching, everyone. I apologize this hasn't been as talkative as the last couple episodes have been. There's just really not much going on. Nothing's really changed other than the car stuff, and you know, I mean, there has been some things that have happened, but I can't remember them off the top of my head, and a lot of them were kind of based around our super secret project, level design project. So yeah, we'll see how the next recording goes. I'll probably take a break here and come back to record another episode here shortly. But until then, until that gets uploaded, thanks for listening or watching, and we'll see you next time.